Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another TemTem competitive match. My name is Saphy, and thank you so much for joining me. Today we are facing Cat Jazz, and he has a solid team with a mixture of crystal, nature, and earth. So my priority right now is to get my melees in, like usual. And I'm thinking also to get my Barnshi in. And my Volerant. I automatically banned Naga because I believe that she is the most annoying and frustrating TemTem to face right now. He chooses immediately Kinu and Veilish, and immediately I'm thinking he's gonna try to Madness buff early, so I'm looking to try to get a lot of damage into him early using both my melees. It looks like he's gonna go ahead and ban my Volerant, and I've been having trouble facing other Gaialuses, so I decided to ban Gaialus here. And pretty much I'm looking to finish up my team here. I'm looking at my Koish, and I really want to use him. Unfortunately, he's not really good against almost anything on the team, especially with the Veilish staring down his throat. So I decided to go for the Barnshi instead, just to secure damage onto the enemy Volerant. Let's get straight into it. Alright, like I said, my game plan is to try to get rid of the Veilish early, because my toxic Tems can take care of the nature Tems. So here I double into the Veilish spot. I'm looking at his team thinking, who is gonna come in? And I'm thinking, anyone who comes in is gonna take neutral damage at least, if he does decide to come out, and it looks like he does. And the Volerant comes out, which was honestly his best choice. Still gets some decent damage off here. He's about 61% there. Kinu goes for a Beta Burst. It looks like his Kinu actually has a lot of special attack. So I'm thinking Seismunch isn't really good against their team right now, so I want to get him out. Gaialuss can stay in because he's a little bit tankier. And here I'm going for the Barnshi because she resists both the Volerant and the Kinu. And I'm thinking the Kinu's going to try to leave. I'm trying to get as much damage as I can. So I decided to hook kick here to try to read, because I'm thinking the Volphy's going to come in to maybe try to read the Seismunch Wreck, even though the Seismunch Wreck isn't very good right now, but who knows. And it looks like I was right, the Kinu does leave, and Veilish comes in, which is perfect, because the hook kick's going to do massive damage against him. There it goes, he's down to 30%. Feather Gatling onto my Seismunch spot, which does minimal damage. I decided to split damage here because I thought the Tornado would actually kill. And I was thinking the Veilish might leave, so I think I go for a Crystal Bite here. There we go. So Tornado goes out. Does a great chunk of damage to the Volerant, but unfortunately just doesn't do enough. Crystal Spikes comes out. At this point, I think he's just trying to get as much damage out of his Veilish as possible. And that right there was incredibly unfortunate. I really thought that the Crystal Bite was going to kill him there. And right here, I get a little bit antsy. I thought my Energy Manipulator would go first, but I forgot about the Crystal Dust synergy. And securing this kill on the Volerant with the EM would have been a lot nicer, especially because Veilish does get his Scavenger proc off. And that makes my Gallus not be able to actually kill the Veilish. It's just a series of very misfortunate events right there. Look at my Gallus, Again, very tanky. I'm looking at his team right now, and nothing really scares a size munch here. So I think I bring him out. And I'm thinking he's gonna try to get one of his Tems out. So I go for a hook kick. Or what's it called? Yeah, double gash. Just because I think the Volphy is going to try to leave. But he ends up not leaving. And this actually leads my Gallus to overexert. Or just use his stamina. But no big deal. Getting to 2 kills. So right now we are up 1 Tem. It's 4v3 right now. So let's see what he brings out. Looks like the Volphy and the Kinu comes out. Giving the Kinu a free back in. The Volphy a +1/+1. And here I'm thinking that the Volphy is going to try to plague my Size Munch, but I don't really care too much. Because the Size Munch is able to tank 3 plagues. Obviously the Kinu can actually kill with the Beta Burst. But I decided to go double into the Volphy here. And then weirdly enough, the Volphy actually tries to kill the Gallus, but the Gallus is so tanky. Gallus did some solid work this whole match, and Size Munch is able to finish the job on the Volphy. Amazing turn events right there. The Kinu goes for a Revitalize, which fails because there's no TemTem next to him. I decided to bring out the Cthulhu, which is my Calibus. I know that he's weak against the only other TemTem left, Saku, but I do want to get some Toxic proc off, which is my goal. I'll go for another uppercut here, because Size Munch Wreck is not good against either of them. I know that Calibus can at least survive 1 Windburst/Tornado. It looks like the Windburst does over 60% damage. Insane damage. But Toxic brings him down to about 30% the proc. He goes for a Stonewall, which is perfectly okay because I have Dim Luck, which I go for right there. I'm expecting him to try to Tornado, so I know my Mushuk can also tank it. Especially because he's holding our coats. And Mushuk ends up not even needing it because Dim Luck actually takes care of the Saku here. And at this point, game's over. And I go from 1167 to 1192 TMR. And there's that. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you join me for the next videos. Thank you so much.